story time. By the way, follow @Glam by Helen and send me your stories. So my family and I, including my best friend, went on vacation to Orlando for 2 days. Let me tell you, this was a whole adventure. We were going to Disney, so we just ended up staying 2 nights. So we just spent the first night just at the hotel. The first night was really fun. We went to the pool. We hung out with some friends we made. We went to the gym, gotta work out. Might have met some stalker boys, but we won't talk about that. Anyway, here's where it gets juicy. When I tell you, I am so mad. So the next day we ended up going to Disney. We woke up extremely early, had breakfast, and then went on with our day. We went to Magic Kingdom. We went on all the rides, which was super fun. By the way, Space Mountain, definitely should hop on that because that is so good. Anyways, we get back to the hotel. My friend and I are really thirsty because we walked so long. So downstairs there's a whole thing where you can buy some stuff. Like for part 2. Okay, so part 2. So we headed downstairs because we were really thirsty, and there was this little shop. We headed to the shop, we got our waters, we paid for them, then we headed to our elevator. Let me tell you. So we go to our elevators, then comes in these 2 cute boys. Oh my gosh. So I'm just looking away, because it was glass, so I'm just looking outside, just minding my business. My friend was doing the same thing. So we got on their floor, and the elevator stops, and they're heading out. My friend then stops one of the boys and tells him that his hair was really cute, or that it looked good. Yeah, that was right. It looked good. He said thank you, started smiling, laughing with his friend. His friend was also cute and also my type, so I was just like, Anyway, so we go on throughout our day, just chilling because we literally walked for hours. So we head out and we go to buy some food. Took us a good, 2 hours to even find the place. For part 3. Okay, so part 3. So we ended up just going to Chick-fil-A, which I don't know why it took us 2 hours to even figure that out. But anyways, we get back to the hotel, and then we're heading to the elevator. And you know who's in the elevator? The cute 2 boys. But I was literally with my family, so I was we couldn't even talk to them. So we headed into the elevator, and during that ride, my friend ended up standing next to one of them. She heard them whispering you ask her, arguing back and forth, trying to talk to her. They were trying to build up the courage to ask her a question. I was you should have just asked. Anyway, so we just went to the first floor because there's this balcony there that we wanted to eat there. It's not our floor, but it was cute, so we just sat there. Luckily for us, some of my family wanted something to drink, so I'm I'll just go get something from downstairs. It was the day before, me and my friend just were running around the hotel, just looking at everything. Okay, so part 4. So my friend and I offered to go get the drinks because they were downstairs and we kind of wanted to see the cute boys. Anyways, we headed downstairs, and as we're going to the little shop, we're in there choosing our drinks that we have to buy. All you could see was the boys coming towards us, then stopping for a second. By the little shop there was a gym, and you could see their shadows in the gym just standing there. The one I liked was creeping around the corner, and I think the other one was too. They were low-key waiting for us to just come out. You might say that they could have just been looking at other people, but mind you, it was just the cashier and us two in this shop specifically. We ended up seeing one of the people that we made friends with the other night, and we started talking. Next thing you know, we paid for everything, we headed to the elevator, and they were gone. I'm just you could have just waited 2 seconds more. 2 seconds more. Could have been having a whole hotel romance. We go back up and finish eating. Then we head upstairs, and as we're doing that, for part 5. Okay, so part 5 and final part. So as we're going upstairs, I'm looking out the glass window because I just normally do that for fun. I could see the 2 guys, and they literally saw us as well. When I tell you, they started sprinting. They wanted to see us again. I was so sad. I made up all the excuses to go back downstairs. But sadly, my parents didn't let me, and that was the last of what we saw. It was so sad. I'm just we could have just talked to them. Easily could have talked to them, and we would have... What do you guys think? Let me know. Also, TikTok, you should definitely put this on their For You page, not gonna lie.
Scary stories about Disneyland, except this one there's actual proof. One time a guy went to Disneyland and was waiting to ride the roller coaster on Space Mountain. He was standing in line when a guy with red hair came up to him and started talking to him. He seemed nice, but he was a little bit odd. But the thing is, when the ride was over, this red-haired man literally vanished into thin air. The guest reported this incident and was told that he was alone the entire time. This guest might have just encountered a ghost people know as Mr. One Way. Rumor has it that he's the ghost of a man who passed away while on the ride in the 1970s. He always vanishes right before the ride is over, and he likes to talk to people who are riding the roller coaster alone. People have also reported seeing him in the cast member locker rooms. Follow if you want a part 2 because there's so many ghost stories about Disneyland.
The past couple of months, my wife has been complaining about our cats. She's been claiming that the cats wake her up constantly and that she's frustrated every night that she has to get up and open the door for the cats. Or the cats keep making noises, or the cats keep jumping on her. It got me to the point where she started saying she wants me to get rid of them. I've told her I've never seen or heard any of this, but she claims I sleep through it all. She kept telling me that she was getting less and less sleep and kept acting aggressive, blaming lack of sleep from the cats and that if I didn't get rid of them, she'd leave me. I legitimately started considering giving the cats to my sister until I noticed something. One morning, she claimed she had gotten up multiple times throughout the night to help the cats. She listed a bunch of times. I thought it was weird because I had been up until 4 a.m. and she claimed that she got up at 1 a.m. to open the door for them and a few times around 3 a.m. because they were meowing and jumping on her. I was in the bedroom the entire time while she slept, and I know none of this happened. Things weren't adding up, so I decided to run a test. I waited until she said she was going to bed, then I let the cats out of our bedroom. I lowered my phone brightness and faked going to sleep. I just laid there in my bed for the entire night bored, but I definitely did not fall asleep. I made sure to make timestamps every 30 minutes on my phone through Discord just to be sure. I marked down every noise my cats made. One cat had jumped down from something and made a little noise around 3:18 a.m. and one ate food relatively quietly by the bedroom door at 4:57 a.m. Other than that, nothing happened. Sure enough, my wife slept from 11 p.m. until 9 a.m. and that morning she claimed she had woken up at least 7 times to open doors from the cat noises and cats jumping on her. At this point, I was pissed because she was clearly lying to me. I was exhausted and fed up with the lies, so I bluntly called her out on it. I told her, "That's funny. I stayed up all night to monitor the cats and they weren't even in the room at all last night. I have timestamps and everything, so you've been lying to me and trying to convince me to get rid of my cats? Why?" She just sat there quietly shaking and looking pissed, then got up and left without answering. She came back hours later and ignored me whenever I talked, and when I asked her how I'm the bad guy in the situation, she finally said that I was treating her like a child by lying about sleeping and staying up all night just to see if she was lying or not. And that making timestamps and everything as if I was an investigator was going too far. I did it because she was threatening to make me get rid of the cats or she'd leave me, and her claims didn't add up. I'll be honest, I'm pretty pissed at the reason why she's been so hateful towards my cats. It's absolutely insane. It's nothing that anyone has suggested. She's not cheating, she's not sick physically or mentally, she's not bored of the relationship or looking for an out. According to her, one of the cats stepped on her laptop and ruined a story she was writing. She's hated both cats ever since. I mean, that sucks, but it's not worth trying to emotionally blackmail me into getting rid of them. I asked her why she didn't just tell me the truth and why she'd been lying and refused to talk about it when I asked. Her answer was, because you wouldn't have gotten rid of them otherwise, and explained that when she saw I wasn't willing to abandon them for her, she took offense and made it a goal to have me pick her over them. Sickening. Don't know why she actually admitted to it all. The woman with us asked me how I felt about all of it, and I just told the truth. I told her it was a nice run, but I'm probably going to want a divorce. I was asked why, and I told them. I've seen a new hateful, malicious side of her that I want nothing to do with. She was so set on getting rid of the cats over a fan fiction being ruined that she manipulated her husband. My wife started shouting at me that I betrayed her and that I'm a scum for choosing animals over her. At least cats don't give ultimatums like she gave. It sucks that she's been Baker acted and all, I guess, but it's for the best right now. She'll have time to process it in a safe environment and hopefully come to terms with it. Bad husband, I know. I'm almost sure I'm going for divorce. I'm very worried about having her in the same house as my cats. I want my cats safe and I don't want to worry about them being harmed or disappearing. Screw that. I guess I'll do what almost all of you suggested. Keep the cats, rehome the wife. Not how I wanted it to end, but life isn't always nice.